Hi Baes, welcome back to Manifest Bae, where we come together to manifest your best life. Today we're going to be talking about making your goals more visible, i.e. putting them where you can see them and see them often, so that it triggers in your brain that you've got work to do. We're also going to talk about some new makeup I'm trying. I bought the camo concealer by e.l.f. I'm going to be trying that out today. I've got that on right now, and the liquid glitter eyeshadow by e.l.f. in the color Flirty Birdie, also using some of Jackie Aina's colors from her collab with Anastasia Beverly Hills. So if you want to learn how to put your goals front and center so that you make them a reality, and how to beat your face to capacity, then just keep watching. So today we're going to talk about your goals, not necessarily setting goals or making them, but putting them where you can see them so that you're reminded often that you need to take action to make those goals become a reality. The first thing I'm going to put on my face is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. The color I have is Tan Neutral. These are like $6. I got mine at Target. I saw Tone Classic try these on. If you guys aren't watching him, please check him out. He wore these maybe like a month ago, and they just looked so creamy and so good. I figured I would try them. Now the applicator on this is so big. I don't know why they made it this big. I'm guessing it's for the girls who put like the whole, like a bunch of concealer under their eyes. I don't really do that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it just doesn't look good on my face, and I think that's just because I'm still learning how to really put on makeup. So I don't know how to put all that concealer on and then blend and blend and blend and get it to look good. I end up looking like a clown. Like, it just looks caked on my face. It's a no for me. So we're just gonna do a little bit and see how this looks. Look how big this is. So I'm just gonna do a literal dot right here. The tiniest dots under my eye. Same over here. 1, 2. Okay, that was 3. I like to blend in my concealer with my finger. I feel like the warmth of my finger just helps the concealer to kind of spread better. It just kind of meshes it into my skin. All right, so let's talk about your goals. You've done the work and you've figured out what goals you want to set for, I don't know, the month, the week, the year. And so what I've noticed when I'm setting goals is that it's easy to make them and, you know, decide what you want to do, but it's harder to take action because we get caught up in our everyday lives and we tend to push them by the wayside if they're not a focal point in our everyday. So you see here, I'm just using my finger to blend in that concealer here. Eyes, my poor eyes. I have the darkest circles. I have been working too much lately, but I am manifesting a lighter workload. So in my experience, if I don't have my goals like right in front of me, I tend to forget them. And it's crazy because your goals are things that are important to you and they're things that you want to happen. But like I said, if you get caught up in your everyday life and they're not right in front of you, then for me, I tend to forget about them until, like, for example, I sit down on my laptop to do something else. So like one of my goals is to write in my blog more. And I'll run around all day and I won't think about it until I open my laptop to, I don't know, check the mail or something, to check an email. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't write in my blog today. It's just super annoying when that happens because, you know, you want to get it done, but you just keep letting life get in the way. I'm taking the Sonia Kashuk, it's like a beauty sponge, and just going over this concealer under my eye right here. I started finding like creative ways to put my goals so that I see them all the time. And I think for me, that's really helped me to keep them in the forefront of my daily activities. So the first place that I put them is on my mirror. The key is to put these goals in spaces that you utilize daily. Even better if you utilize it more than once a day. All right, that concealer is looking pretty good. I'm gonna take my girl Jackie Aina's collab with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm gonna use the color Credit for my inner, the crease in my eye. So I put my goals on my mirror, and so I put them on my vanity mirror, and I also put them on the mirror in my bathroom. What's nice about putting them on the mirror in my bathroom is that I have no choice but to see it every morning when I wake up. Every single morning I'm reminded that I have not met that goal. One of my goals is to increase my monthly income. So I took the amount that I wanted to make every month and I put that on a pink sticky note. Pink because pink is my favorite color. So you're obviously going to want to use a color that's going to get your attention or that you can resonate with. And so I put it on a pink sticky note and I put it on my bathroom mirror, and I put it up high so that not super high where I can't see it, but every time I come into my bathroom, like I said, if it's to wash my hands, brush my teeth, in the morning when I'm washing my face, I'm just staring at that goal. And it's just a reminder when I start my day, like every single thing that I'm doing that day needs to be motivated towards reaching that goal. So for me, I put my biggest goal there. It's on my bathroom mirror right when I see it in the morning. It's in my brain, and then I go about my day focused on that goal. I love this color by Jackie Aina. It's like a plum, but it's so pretty for like a transition color. I use it all the time. I'm just gonna kind of fan this out a little bit. I like the drama, so we're just gonna bring it out just a teeny bit here on the lid. Then I'm gonna take a flat eyeshadow brush and just take Credit and run it along my bottom lash line just a little bit. Alright, so I've got Credit on my lower lash line. And I'm gonna take that liquid eyeshadow from e.l.f. in Flirty Birdie, and I'm gonna put that on my top lid. So the second place to put your goals so they're visible is in your makeup palette. If you have a makeup palette that you use every day, like some weeks I'll rotate and I'll use the same palette every day for a week when I go to work. Put your goal right here on the top part, on the mirror. Put it right there. So every time you open it, your goal is right there. You can also put it like on the front of your palette, so when you reach for it, your goal is right there in front of you. And so, you know, if you put it on your mirror, as you are putting your makeup on, you just keep staring at it. You can't help it but to see it. It's right there, it's visible, and you have no choice but to think about it. Ooh, this color is so glittery. Oh my gosh. And it's cold on my eyelids. So this Flirty Birdie eyeshadow just took this look to another level. This is giving me like full glam. Like I'm going out glam, not I'm about to be home cleaning all day. I was not ready for this. It's so pretty. I look like I'm getting ready to go out for New Year's Eve, child. I should have known. Whew. I'm just gonna pat that. And you really can do this for any makeup that you use often. If maybe you don't use a palette every day, but you definitely use a foundation or a highlighter, put it on a sticky note and just put it on there. You know, it doesn't have to be a palette. It can be any makeup item that you reach for, and you know you're gonna reach for it every day. If it's setting spray, highlighter, a lipstick, anything, put that goal on a sticky note and stick it on there. I don't have no shame. I'm gonna go back in with Credit and just kind of blend this out a little bit as I drop my brush. So first notice this eyeshadow has a little bit of fallout, which, you know, it's not a problem. It's gonna end up looking like a disco ball. And I feel like I'm okay with that. I'm gonna take Fenty eyeliner in, I don't know what color this, Space Cookie, and put this on my lower lash line. The next place to place your goal is probably the most obvious one, and that is your computer monitor. You obviously stare at your computer monitor all day long. Put it on a sticky note and put it there. I do that too. I do have one on my monitor, but what I like to do with that is I like to move it. If it's a long-term goal, I like to move the sticky note. Otherwise, it just becomes white noise. It's just another one of your probably hundreds of sticky notes that you have on your computer. So when you can, put it a different color than the other ones on your computer monitor, and maybe use a different marker or something that's gonna make it stand out so your eye goes to it first when you sit down to work. So I'm taking the Fenty eyeliner, and my eyes always water when I do anything to them. This is why I can't wear fake eyelashes. If you touch them at all, they start watering. They're so temperamental. They have so much attitude. Okay. Next, I'm gonna take Fenty Fly Liner and attempt to do just a teeny wing on the top lid and see how I like that. Pray for me. The next best place to put a goal of yours to make it visible, make it your password. Put it as your password for, you know, stuff that you frequent regularly. So, you know, obviously you wouldn't do it for like your Instagram or your Facebook because you save that password and you don't really reference it again, but for like your login at work, that's a good one. Make your password what your goal is. And if you're like me and you have to log in and out of work, you know, your computer constantly, you're constantly hearing that password all day in your head, and it's just kind of a subtle reminder that you need to get to work, pun intended. My eye is watering. If you could just let me be great, put on this eyeliner. All right, first eye came out good. Time for the second one. Y'all, the fallout from this e.l.f. eyeshadow is something vicious. I blame myself because I had to touch it with my finger, and I don't know, I think that did something because the fallout is really mostly on this side, and this is the one I patted with my finger. So for next time, I'm just not gonna touch it. I'm gonna put it on my eyelid and I'm gonna leave it alone. If you're gonna use these, keep your hands away. Just use the applicator and then go on about your business. So back to the password. At work, I had a password for a goal that I had specific to work. Every time I had to log into my computer at my job, every time I get up from my desk to do anything, if it's go to the bathroom, to talk to somebody, I have to lock my computer because, you know, there's sensitive information on there. So I put that password in several times a day, and it's just a reminder to get to work. Now that goal actually came to fruition. So after that goal became a reality, it was kind of cool when I would put it in because it came true. And so at my job, we have to change our password, I think, every like 90 days. So it's coming up again, I think in a couple days. So I'm thinking about what my new goal is going to be now. And I already have an idea of what I want it to be. And so it'll be exciting to see if within 90 days, if that goal, you know, becomes a reality. That would be really cool if it did. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and then I'm gonna put on mascara. My little sister got me this eyelash curler, I think from like Forever 21. It's better than all of like the nice ones that I have. It's rickety because, man, I have used this thing forever. I have like a electric eyelash curler from Sephora that I used to really like, but this one works better than that one too, surprisingly. I'm taking the Fenty Full Frontal Mascara and the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions. I like to mix my mascaras. I think I've told you this before. I can't wear false lashes. My eyes water when I do anything to them. And so the glue never stays on my eyes. It is the worst. When I got eyelash extensions once, they all fell out by the next day because my eyes just watered and watered. So since I have to use what God gave me, unfortunately, I try to use as much mascara as I can to get the thickness and to get it to, you know, look as bold as possible. So the last place for you to put your goals to make them visible is your steering wheel. We're in our cars all the time. At least pre-COVID, I was in my car all the time. And as soon as I would get in the car, I would see that goal. And so I would stick it with some tape onto my steering wheel, and you can't help but look at that baby. Like at a stoplight, you have nothing else to do, staring at that goal. When you're getting back in your car from running errands or getting off work, first thing you see is that goal. So it was nice when I was driving to work. I'd see it every morning. When I have that goal in front of me, I would start thinking about ideas to bring it to fruition. It's about an hour drive to my job, so I would spend that time in the car just thinking of ways to achieve that goal, what my next actions needed to be, what steps I needed to take, and it really helped me. I'm going in with the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. Next, for contour, I'm gonna use a powder blush. It's Blunt by MAC. I use this to kind of just have more like a bronze look, not so much a harsh contour like I used to. I have had this contour powder for years. I cannot find one that compares. The closest one to this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think it's like a contour powder, but I dropped that one day. I actually fell out of my chair as I was doing my makeup and it shattered. But even that one was a little bit too warm for me, especially now that I am stuck in the house and my skin has lightened just a teeny bit. It's like just a teeny bit too harsh for me. Alright, I'm gonna use Fenty highlighter. What color is this? Coppa Chill. This highlighter, you guys, listen, if you don't do nothing else with your life, get this highlighter. It's a warm color, so if you're fairer skinned, it's gonna be a little bit darker on you, but it is amazing. I dip my brush in the cap because that's really all I need. And then I apply it with just a highlighter brush, just right here. Woo. Do my nose. I like to go up the bridge of my nose a little bit. And then for me, after I've put it on my face, I like to just pat it with my finger. Again, the warmth of my finger, I feel like does something for the highlight. So I just kind of tap it like this. That looks really good. I'm setting this with the best setting powder of all time. Do I even need to say anything because you know what it is? It's Fenty. Whew. All right, I'm feeling a pink lip. I don't know, I think I got all this black on. I think we need a little pink, so I'm gonna take ColourPop BFF, probably BFF 3. I use this lip liner all the time. I can't help it. It just looks so good with my skin tone. I'm gonna line my lips with BFF 3. I'm gonna take ColourPop lipstick in Appy. And I like to just like tap in. We're gonna give it a little razzle dazzle with Pretty Please lip gloss by Fenty Beauty, obviously. These Fenty glosses taste so good. They smell like candy, like pink lemonade. What have we learned today? Number one, the e.l.f. liquid eyeshadow is bomb. It's thick and it looks good on your eyes, but if you touch it with your finger, it's gonna fall down your face. That was a takeaway I had from this makeup look today. Don't touch the eyeshadow with your hands. Leave it alone. Recap on goals. How can we make our goals more visible? Put them where you can see them all the time. Where are some places I put my goals? I put them on my mirror, my vanity mirror in my makeup room, and I put them on my bathroom mirror in my bathroom. So when I'm getting up in the morning, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm washing my face, my goal is staring me dead in the face, waiting for me to make a move and make it happen. Number two, Put it on your makeup palette. Put it on the inside. If you're me, put it on a small sticky note. Tape that sucker to the inside of your makeup palette. It's gotta be a palette that you use every day. Some of us like to use the same palette every day. I usually do for a week. That's how I get to know a palette. Otherwise, I'm dipping and dabbing in each color once in a while. I forget what I have. But if you don't want to put on the inside because you like to use the mirror, put it on the outside of that palette. So every time you reach for that makeup palette, your goal is like, look sis, yes, you're going to beat your face, but what are you going to do about this goal that you haven't met yet? Next, you don't have to always put it in a palette. Maybe you don't wear makeup like that. Maybe you use a setting spray all the time, or a moisturizer, or a concealer. Get some tape, put that goal on a sticky note and tape that around that concealer or setting spray or whatever. So every time you reach for it, that goal is staring you right in the face. Next, this is a tried and true tactic. Put it on your computer monitor. What do you stare at more all day? Your computer monitor. Stick it right there, but you gotta be strategic when you put it on your computer monitor. Make it a different color than all of your other sticky notes. Make the marker a different color, a bigger font. It needs to direct your eye to it right when you sit down at your computer. Not only that, rotate it around. We stare at our computer so much that if you put your goal on your computer monitor, after, I don't know, a couple days or a week, it's just gonna be white noise. It's gonna be like all the other stickies that are on your monitor, including your password, which you probably shouldn't have on there, and you're gonna ignore it. So rotate it around. After about a week, stick it on the top right corner of your monitor. Change the color of the sticky note. Change it again in a week. Make it a different color. Instead of purple marker, make it pink marker on a white sticky note, whatever. Move it around so that your eyes don't get used to seeing it on your computer monitor. Next, make it your password. Like I said earlier, one of my goals was a password on my computer. At my job, every time I step away from my computer, I have to lock it every single time. So I'm putting in this goal, password goal, 10, 15, 20 times a day. It's just a constant reminder. Get to work, get to work, get to work. Your goal is waiting for you. Make it your password. Like I said, that goal came true, so it was kind of cool when I'm logging into my computer. Oh, that goal has already been completed. So again, I have another goal that's set to, I need to update my password in like 10 days. So I'm gonna make it a different goal, and I'm gonna see if I can meet that goal in 90 days. I think 90 days is when our passwords start to expire. So it's a nice benchmark, and it's an easy one to see if I'm gonna meet that goal. Lastly, this one is unconventional, but it works. Put it on your steering wheel. I taped my goal to my steering wheel. You can't help but see it all day. When you're stopped at a red light and your eyes start to wander, it's gonna go to that goal. If you are in traffic and you're barely moving, all you see is that steering wheel and that goal. Put it there. You can't help but stare at it. Also, you're in the car, so you're just driving. You can use that time to think about ways to take steps to make that goal become a reality. That's what I used to do. I drive an hour to work. Well, I used to every day. And well, technically an hour and 15 minutes every day, and an hour and a half home every day. Can I tell you right now how thrilled I am that I am teleworking, because 2-3 hours a day in the car, not fun, but it's decent time to work on your goal. So what I used to do is when I would get in the car, I would start to make a plan. Tonight, here's what I'm gonna do to reach this goal. Here's what I'm gonna say, here's what I'm gonna do, here's a blog post that I'm gonna write. And so you spend all that time in the car, you might as well be using it to reach your goals. And that's really it. I think those 5 ways will really get those goals visible and in your face, and just help you focus on that for when you're trying to make things happen in your life. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe so I can make more videos like this. Also, put in the comment box how you keep your goals visible. Let's all share these tips and so that we can make these goals happen. Bye.